Apple cider vinegar can be one of the simplest ways to burn fat, flatten your blood sugar, and calm cravings. But most people never see those results, not because ACV doesn't work, but because they're using it wrong. All it takes is one simple mistake, and that same vinegar that's supposed to help you can start working against you instead. And the alarming part, most people have no idea they're doing it. So I'm going to count down the 7 biggest mistakes people make with apple cider vinegar, and then show you how to fix them as you can finally get all the benefits that it has to offer. Mistake number 7, buying the wrong kind. Now, most people go grab whatever apple cider vinegar they see on the shelf, and that's where the first mistake happens. If your vinegar looks crystal clear, it's already missing the very thing that makes it powerful. Real apple cider vinegar should look cloudy. That murky swirl floating in the bottom, that's called the mother. The mother is a natural mix of beneficial bacteria, enzymes, and organic acids formed during the fermentation process. And it's what gives ACV its unique tang and most of the health benefits. But when companies filter or pasteurize vinegar to make it look pretty, they strip all that out. And then what you're left with is just acidic apple water. It might still taste sharp, but your body gets almost nothing from it. So when you're buying ACV, skip the clear options, choose one that's unfiltered, unpasteurized, and made with the mother. That's the one that actually works. Number 6, not diluting it. A lot of people treat apple cider vinegar like a wellness shot. A lot of people throw it back straight thinking that's the best and the strongest effect, but it's not always the most appropriate way to do it, and sometimes can do more harm than good because ACV is highly acidic, about the same pH as stomach acid. So when you drink it undiluted, that acid doesn't just burn going down, it also eats away at some of the enamel on the teeth, or it can irritate a throat. And then once it hits your stomach, it can, in certain people, inflame some of the tissue that's supposed to help you digest. And that's why it's important in most scenarios to water it down. Don't worry, diluting it doesn't make it weaker. It actually makes it easier for your body to use it safely. So when you mix 1 to 2 tablespoons in a full glass of water, the acid spreads out just enough that your system can handle it without the irritation. And then you start getting the benefits. Better blood sugar control helps to support that, smoothing out and soothing digestion, even the metabolism boost, but without the acid damage. Which brings us to mistake number 5, brushing your teeth right after drinking it. And this one catches almost everyone off guard. You finish your vinegar drink, you feel that sour coating on your teeth, and the first instinct is to grab your toothbrush. It feels responsible, like you're protecting your enamel, but what you're actually doing is brushing it off. The acid in apple cider vinegar softens the outer layer of your enamel for about 30 minutes. So if you brush your teeth during that window, your toothbrush acts like sandpaper, scraping away the protective coating that your teeth need to stay strong. And here's the thing, you can't grow enamel back once it's gone. So after you drink it, rinse your mouth with just plain water instead. Then wait at least a half hour if you need to brush your teeth. That gives your saliva time to neutralize the acid and then re-harden the surface naturally. If you want a non-liquid way, so you don't get the irritation and you don't impact your teeth at all, you could consider grabbing apple cider vinegar capsules. I made a quality version out of organic apple cider vinegar where 3 capsules equals the amount of acetic acid that would be in 1 tablespoon of the liquid. And then I added probiotics in to protect and help your gut, and potassium, because taking apple cider vinegar over time can lower your body's potassium levels. It makes it super easy to take before each meal or all in one to help support your metabolism to start the day. You can check it out in the link below. If you want to protect your teeth, you don't like using the liquid or the taste of the liquid, it's the way that I prefer to take it. Number 4, taking too much. Apple cider vinegar is one of those things people assume works better in bigger doses. They think if 1 tablespoon helps, 2 or 3 or 4 will really get things moving, but it's not how your body sees it. It only takes a small amount to really get the benefits. Once you go past that point, it can do more harm than good. Flooding your system with more acid than it can comfortably handle, that's when you start to feel the side effects like burning in the stomach or nausea. If you're using it multiple times a day, those irritations can start to build up. So the sweet spot is simple. 1 to 2 tablespoons per day and always dilute it. That's enough to help your metabolism without overloading your gut or your teeth. Mistake number 3, using it despite certain existing stomach issues. ACV can support digestion, and in most cases, it does do that for most people, but only if your stomach's already in a good spot. If you are dealing with specific irritating reflux issues like an ulcer, or you have a lot of chronic stomach pain, pouring acid on top of it can sometimes be like throwing salt on a wound. A healthy gut, or even one with indigestion or heartburn, can handle the extra acidity, and in a lot of cases need a little bit of extra acidity because we often don't have enough. But an irritated one with an exposed wound can't. So the same acid that helps people break down food in a healthier stomach, or one that just has an irritated stomach or a little bit of burning, is very different than one that has an open ulcer. It can aggravate it, it can inflame the lining, and it can make symptoms like burning or bloating or nausea even worse. And for those whose stomachs empty more slowly, especially those that have diabetic gastroparesis, ACV can slow down some of the digestion even more, and that means the food sits there longer and the discomfort can build up fast. So if your gut's already irritated, if you have known ulcers, known open wounds, irritation, itises in the gut, or you're sensitive to your gut altogether, ease into it. See if you have any burning after you get it down into the system. If there is, then you can back off. But if you try it, there isn't burning, more than likely you're going to be able to handle ACV, but there are certain people that need to be aware of this. So first you want to focus on calming and healing first. I recommend taking collagen supplementation on a daily basis to help the lining of the gut seal back up, and consider using aloe vera for a soothing effect. Then once your stomach is ready, ulcers or wounds have healed up, ACV can become a helpful tool again. Real quick, if you are enjoying this video so far, be sure to like it, hit the subscribe button. Doing so helps get this information to people who need to hear it, and it will make sure that you see more videos like this in the future. Let's go to mistake number 2. Even if you have a healthy stomach and a gut, there are still some things you should avoid, like sipping on apple cider vinegar all through the day, instead of just finishing it in one sitting. Every time you take a sip, you restart that acid exposure in your mouth and into your digestive tract. It keeps your enamel under attack and your stomach in constant contact with acid. So there's a simple fix. Just have your diluted ACV in one sitting and then let your body process it naturally. And if you're mixing your apple cider vinegar with your lemon water, which I love lemon water, great videos on lemon water. Maybe I'll post one of those below. You can check it out. If you combine those two, just know you are taking in multiple sources of acid. So you would want to be on the lighter dosage side of apple cider vinegar at that point. Maybe only 1 tablespoon of it with some of your lemon. And if it makes it more palatable when you dilute it, then that's better. But you don't want to take a high dose of apple cider vinegar and a high dose of lemon and try to put that in all at the same time. Now, lemon's going to have a completely different effect on the enamel of your teeth and on the environment of your mouth compared to ACV. The main thing with ACV is just once you're going to have it, pick your dosage, drink it all at one time, let it do its thing for your metabolism, for your body for the rest of the day. Let's go to number 1, taking it at the wrong time. This is mistake number 1. Even if you got the right vinegar, the right mix, and the right amount, you can still miss out on the results if you take it at the wrong time. Time is what decides whether ACV helps your metabolism to its max or kind of gets in the way. And one of the biggest timing mistakes people make is drinking it right before going to bed. When you lie down, your digestion slows way down as well. So that acid sits longer in your stomach. And if you're prone to reflux or heartburn, it can start creeping back up into your throat while you're sleeping. That's why it's not a good idea to take ACV right before bed. However, that doesn't mean you can't take it earlier in the evening. Depending on your goals, it might be the best time for you. And then again, it might not, but that's what I want to show you next. In my other video, kind of part 2 of this, the number 1 time to drink ACV to optimize fat loss. I'll walk you through exactly when it works best for your scenario, and then how to take it for maximum fat burning benefits. And then the simple trick that multiplies its effect. So click here to watch that next, and then I'll see you there.